Hey, how's it going? This is Todd with Tom and Jerry's Boat Center, and we are doing a walk around on this beautiful brand new Makaira boat that we got in from New Zealand. Wanted to walk around and showcase this new boat and all the features that it has and what sets it out from the competition. First thing you'll notice is the bow flare on here. It's very similar to an East Coast style bay boat where it flares out like a fiberglass boat does. And that's going to help keep the spray down while you're traveling, and it's also going to give you a little softer ride and help you cut through the water a little bit better. It's a really nice feature that they integrate on there. It's difficult to do with metal, but they made it look really good out of New Zealand there. One of the other features I wanted to point out on this Makaira was the thickness of the hull. It's actually a plate aluminum they're using on here, and it's a 5/16 hull plate, which is thicker than a 1/4 inch bottom, which is what most of the competition is using. And actually, I used to build locally for the Navy. We were a third-party builder for the Navy, and that's much thicker than even what the Navy is building on their boats. So this thing is about as heavy duty as it gets. Moving down the gunnel of this Gen 3 800 from Makaira, I just wanted to point out this cleat here, really heavy duty, and these rails. You can see that they're directly welded onto the top of the gunnel as a part of the structure of the boat. You know, that's different from the competition in the fact that there's no dissimilar metals. There's no pad in between there, so it's just a really nice feature that you never have to worry about those corroding or having any maintenance on those cleats there. And then obviously they're really strong and heavy duty being built that way. And then moving down, you can just see the quality of the welds here. You know, everything's really, really well built. Even these built-in flush mount rod holders are just, about as heavy duty as I've seen. So you can tell the quality of the craftsmanship on every little, every weld that they see here. So I'm very impressed. Then moving down, you got this really nice decking on top of the gunnels here, making a nice soft, forgiving gunnel surface. And it cleans up really nicely, so no worries about getting the blood or guts on there. It washes off really quick. And then back here, I think it's a really cool feature. You've got these stainless steel flip-up cleats, and you'll notice that it's mounted directly to the top of that decking surface. So again, no dissimilar metal problems there. You're not having to worry about that. So just a really cool little feature they integrate there. And then again, you'll notice here these really heavy-duty handrails, just that same style of welded on, where nothing's bolted on. It's all welded and part of the actual structure. So back here at the stern of this Gen 3 800 from Makaira, I'm going to point out some of the features back here. And then you've got this really heavy-duty ladder they integrated in. Stows right back down. So out in that cold water, if you did need to get back in the boat quickly, you got good access and easy entry here at the stern of this boat. Moving over here, we got this Mercury engine that's powering it. This is the Merc 300 Verado. This is actually a V8 engine, so it's got a lot more torque, a little bit more power to it. And then you'll notice here, normally on these kicker setups, when you have a rear steering station over there, what they normally do is they'll put a tie bar in between the two here, but you'll notice there's no tie bar. And so what Makaira's doing is they have a cable steer hooked directly to this kicker. So this is a cable steer system that runs directly to the rear steer station. So the rear steer station is only steering this kicker and not steering the main engines, which is a little different than the competition, but it's nice having a dedicated steering system back here for just the kicker. All right, stepping into this Gen 3 800, wanted to walk through some of the features back here. Stepping in, you have that decking on all these top surfaces, so even on the pass-through door, you got some good decking material there. And then they have lots of little storage compartments, nice little latches that they build in-house there. Moving up the transom, we've got this custom-built cutting table, which you'll notice it's at a nice tall height here. So this thing's nice in the fact that it's up here at the actual working surface, so I really like that. And it also just drops right into place here. So you'll notice it's just sleeved right into these tubes. So there's no tools required. You don't have to get out the wrench to get that thing on there. You can literally just lift it right up and get it out of place if you didn't want it there. And then of course they still give you nice good access into your bait well here. So you got a nice live well, and it's a true rounded live well. Again, you'll notice a lot of the competitions have a square boxed live well, and they'll do a divider in there. But this thing's a true live well where you could keep fish alive in there without having to worry about them sloshing around for long periods of time. So Nice access there, kind of the best of both worlds. And again, you'll notice that there's decking even on the top of the live well, so they got you a nice comfortable area everywhere you look. So moving up this port side gunnel here, I want to point out a couple of these cool features. Obviously still has that really nice decking on the top there. And then you'll notice there's these under gunnel lights here, which are all a standard item. They have these really nice courtesy lights, which is great in the dusk. You know, you can really light up this back deck without having to turn all your floodlights on back there. Then moving forward, they got these really nice storage areas down here with some carpeted storage on top. And then immediately in front of this speaker is an option for a freshwater shower here. And that telescopes out, pulls out, so you can, you clean yourself off, rinse off your feet, whatever you got to do back here. And it comes with an onboard freshwater tank, so it's not picking up raw water or anything like that. Just a really nice, clean option. And it just flush mounts, slides right back into place there. Right to the left of this cool bifold door that they have on this Makaira 800, we have this really nice feature. It's a slide-up window. So they have a little track system here and a motor, and it actually slides up and down, so you can still have this all closed up and still have access to the cab, passengers back and forth, or if somebody's fishing, they can have a nice clear view of your fishing poles if you get a fish on. So it's a really cool little added feature that they built in there for us. We're really excited to feature it. Moving inside, right immediately in front of that window, you've got this nice spacious little dinette set here, a little galley dinette. You got really nice cushions here that they upholster in-house. This is all built in-house as well. You got this table here. It's adjustable base that's going to slide up and down. And then you've got some really nice cup holders on this awesome finish here. It's got that same quality fit and finish all throughout this boat. And then you'll notice we've got some really nice handy rails here for if you're standing at this station, you can still hold on if it gets a little rough out there. You've got your sub ceiling, makes it look very nice, really nice and finished in here. Also keeps the noise down a little bit and keeps it a little bit warmer in here on those cold days. Helps with your insulation up there, as well as this carpeted areas. You'll notice this insulated carpet. It's going to keep that noise down as well and keep you warm on the cold, crappy, rainy days out there in this weather. In the cab here, on the starboard side of the cab, you've got this really nice sink, and this is more like it reminds me of like a yacht sink. These are really high quality sinks they built in here, and this is a custom built box for it. So this is all welded at the factory and designed specifically for this space. So it's a really nice setup they've got there. And then immediately below it here, there wasn't room to put a actual cooktop there, so what we did is we had them put this really cool 12-volt oven in there, which is a first I've seen out there. The really nice little unit. It gets up to about 400 degrees, so you can bake just about anything in there. You can cook a pizza and stay out there floating for a long time with that little oven there. Moving forward, you've got the helm seat immediately in front of that starboard side there, obviously. And this is a really cool seat setup. So you can obviously sit on that seat, but they give you a bolster option as well too here. So you can flip that up, and that gives you the ability to stand right here and comfortably drive and lean up against that bolster as opposed to having to sit the whole time, which is nice. You get a little bit less bouncing around out there in a rough day when you're standing. So it's a really nice feature to be able to get that out of the way and use that bolster there. On the interior in here, on the port side, right underneath the front cushion on this little galley table that we have here, we'll have a fridge option down here. So pretty cool. It just pulls out right there to open. Nice big fridge for this size boat. Right in front of the fridge, you do have a little bit of storage here. So that's going to open up into the belly of the boat there. And then immediately in front of there, you'll notice we have this nice big berth area. So again, they really try to maximize the space on these 26-foot boats. This feels more like a berth on a 28 to 30-foot boat. And you notice I can sit up fully in here. I'm 6'2". I always have a hard time sitting up, so that's a huge bonus for me. I always looking for something I can actually use comfortably. And then they have the head, very similar to other boats this size. They have the head here on the center line, and it's fully plumbed in. Fully electric head. And then it stows away really cleanly. You can put all these cushions down and cover it up, and then you can use it to sleep or, you know, pack gear or whatever you need to do up here. Thank you so much for walking through this Makaira Gen3 800 with us. We're happy to have this thing here in the Pacific Northwest. We're really lucky to be able to sell it. It's the first boat out of New Zealand, so it's the one-of-one here in America. You know, feel free to come by. We're at Tom and Jerry's Boat Center on the way into Anacortes, right by the Twin Bridges there. We're gonna have this thing showcased there for quite some time. Feel free to swing by, take a look at it in person, maybe even out on the water, and we'll make somebody a very happy person in this new, beautiful Makaira boat. Can't wait to see you down there. Thanks again. Have a great day.